Wake up, goddammit, and welcome to another episode of Hip Hop and Hoops. I'm your host, Taj Alonso, co-host AJ Alonzo Miles.
What up, dog?
And we here at Fly on the Wall Studios, man. Kevin, what it do, bro? What's happening? And what's going on, bro? What's been up this week?
Man, I just got back. Actually, I was with the dude who called for Craig Hodges, and he was like, whenever y'all ready, we can get the interview. So
We've been waiting.
That's exactly what I told him, Taj. So I'll let you know that I just got back from Chicago. This week has been cool. Like, you know, me, June, Jack.
We need to go up there?
We can, for sure, yeah.
Because we got the means to, you know.
I mean, last time I was up there with him, we was on a boat. My cousin knew the girl who ran the, what's the thing in Chicago where all the boats and stuff? Yeah, the dock.
The Lakeshore.
Yeah. So but that's when I met him. But yeah, we can go up there. He got a nice little spot that we can even do it at his spot. But yeah.
All right. Well, we got
we do have a guest, so introduce him the right way.
We have we do have a guest, and he's here to talk. He's here to talk basketball, man. He's here to talk future. He's here to talk to kids, NIL. So let me make sure I bring him in the right way. This is Mike Saunders.
Saunders.
Okay, I just
cool.
said it right.
Yeah.
I said it right. Appreciate it. They know how I am with the names.
Yeah.
Mike Saunders, NIL consultant. Is that correct?
Yeah, basketball consultant, NIL consultant.
All right.
Just helping out these kids.
And before we get off into the hip hop topic for the night, give us a little bit, or give the people a little bit about what it is that you actually do, so they get a better understanding.
Well, a lot of people that kind of know me previously, I run the George Hill All-Indy program for my godson George Hill. We did that since 2008. Won national championships, played on Under Armour, did independent, sent about 130 kids to college. Had McDonald's All-Americans, had Mr. Basketball runner-ups, did a lot of things to impact the community in Indiana. And as we transitioned from our last class, I started the last 2 or 3 summers really helping a lot of our college kids navigate the NIL, understanding NIL, understanding, mental health, just understanding how to really be, really find themselves and not be identified as just a basketball player. So that's really been my main focus. It's just like, a consultant, kind of magnifying what I'd already kind of been doing as George Hill, but it's more so not just the George Hill kids. It's mostly like all the kids, in Indianapolis.
What's one of the biggest misconceptions about the NIL deals and how they worked and how kids can get these deals? What's the biggest misconception in your opinion? The
misconception at times is one, a lot of, the balloon numbers that some of these kids or some of these parents say they have, There's just a lot of misconception in regards to how they're paid. There's kids right now that are not getting their money. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important that you do have a good circle. You do have people that you can trust. You do make sure you have people that can look over your contracts. But that's mainly, like I said, it's not as cut and dry as it is where they're seeing these kids, they thinking they're getting X amount of dollars and they're really not getting, necessarily everything that you might think they're getting.
Why?
When it's announced.
So if they say it's $500,000, why are they not getting their money?
Well, we got to remember, first of all, who's saying. You
okay.
Say why? You know what I'm saying? Like, technically speaking, a lot of these schools have you sign a what's it called, non-disclosure. You're not even really supposed to discuss the money that you're getting. But again, we're dealing with 19, 20-year-olds that never had money like this. They get in the locker room and they're like, man, I'm getting 30. They're looking at their direct deposits, seeing the money going in. So for one, you're hearing these kids talk about the money that they're getting. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of piggybacks going that way in regards to, like, the communication can always be off because you know how that goes. So, you always want people to think you got more. So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that number, again, it can be ballooned based on who's saying it. You know what I'm saying? And then at times, again, if I'm an agent or consultant or whatever, and I'm trying to get this next family and things like that, what do you tell them? Oh, I negotiated $2.5 million. I negotiated this, da-da-da. Again, the advertisement, the perception that you're this guy that can generate this and that, so those numbers are always somewhat ballooned.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I mean?
I think
so,
it's totally
always
different.
The words. Yeah.
It's totally different. But I had seen somebody say they had 100 years of child experience or something like that.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
3 employees can get you that. Like 47 years as a teacher, 40, like whatever. So it's easy way to. What I realize about society right now is everything's about manipulation of language.
See what I'm saying? There you go.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So,
okay.
And then you got to understand again. So even if you just talk about us, our community, our kids that are, whether it's at BD or Pike or North Central, just our kids in general, and you know their background. Just even in a black and white conversation, any kid that we just know as a hooper have a good year, whether it's at IUPUI or Ball State, and the next summer or the next 6 months, you have an agent. What are all our kids communicating now on? Instagram, Twitter.
And they got
They're
private
not even
chats.
talking to the parents. They texting the kid like, hey, yo, man, I can get you $1 million, man. Sign with me, work with me. I got screenshots in my phones from agents that are constantly hitting their kids up about these opportunities. And I was like, man, Google these dudes and see what they talking about. 3 followers, 4 followers, no clients and stuff like that. But again, even if you're dealing
sounds like the rap game.
Yeah. But even if you're dealing with some of these kids, these are our kids who in reality, I don't know really what to tell my son when a college coach sits across and says, hey, man, we're going to pay you $1 million just to hoop. Our vision was always just, hey, get him to college. And let's figure it out. But now in 6 months, we speeding up even that clock thinking like, damn, we're thinking like, hell, in 4 years after he's a senior, the NBA overseas, da-da-da-da. You mean to tell me you're a freshman and you want to pay him $500,000?
So it's now less about education, more about the NIL deal.
Oh.
Hold on.
I mean, you see that now with the G League. You see the G League kids.
When has sports ever been about education?
Well,
that's why I laugh.
Some you have some schools that really still want you to go get that. You may not hear about it, but there's some schools that they still want you to get educated because at the end of the day, you're going to play. They can have you play regardless, whether you're making the grades or not. But some people still care about you at least getting out of there with something more than a possible, because everybody's not going to make it. Everybody's not going to make it.
I agree with everybody's not making it. I think it should be incentivized to graduate. I think.
And what they're doing, not to cut you off, my bad, not to cut you off, but what they're really doing is they're screwing up the sport. It has been screwed up for a while. But they're really screwing up the sport because now you're taking these 18, 19, 20-year-olds and you're putting their sole focus on money.
Yes.
They're not in the gym.
Yes.
They're not focused on nutrition.
No.
They're not focused on skill set and craft. They're focused on, I'll be good enough, I'll play good enough just to get this money. Mm-hmm. And then once I get this money, I go to the NBA, I'm going to get more money. Nobody's sat down and taught you what this money means, how long it's got to last, how do you make it last.
None of them.
And like Jordan told him, you had a skill set that allowed you to be able to get this kind of money from these sponsors and these endorsement deals. And these kids are limited because the only thing they're thinking about is the money. Once that, and then of course sports betting and all that, the whole entire game is messed up. I got a question though. What has been the biggest challenge for you as a consultant trying to educate and mentor not only the kids but the families as well, who also looking at the dollar signs, because most of us in the black community, we hurting.
Yeah, they hurting.
Well.
Let them ask.
I mean, most of the people in America are hurting.
Here's what.
We in the bad economic state right now.
Here's what I would say in my case. Again, our organization was based on relationships. Okay, so anything that we conversate with me and another parent is all like a family. It's all like trust. So when you try to educate them on something, they're sitting like side by side with you, and you're walking through the process, and you just make them understand like this is what's going on, this and that. So I haven't really had any roadblocks as far as like, damn, man, something ain't right. But I can tell potential roadblocks, or when you do try to approach somebody that maybe you don't have the biggest relationship with at the time, and they've already got people in their head giving them false information. And that's what makes the water so murky for these kids, because I'm always more about, kind of like what you're saying, find the right fit. Go to a school where you're going to play, you're going to have the keys, you're going to develop, and then everything works out for you long term. Whereas a lot of the other people, a lot of these other agents, they're more like, okay, they're going to offer you the most money, go here, because they want the percentage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that's the biggest disappointment for a lot of these kids. I think me and Taj talked about it. Like, there's actually a way you can kind of play the game in terms of like just taking steps through college, still getting paid, still getting your degree, and still developing as a player. Instead of like there are kids that are probably making $1 million on some of these schools that went high major. They're not playing. Yeah, they got the money, but you probably could have got way more money as a developing 4-year, 3-year player at the professional level. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to probably possibly go back down, make less money, and it's all going to average out. but who am I to tell somebody to turn down $1 million? You know what I'm saying?
Because it's not guaranteed that they're going to even make it into the league.
Right.
So at least
That's
they're looking at it like, at least I got the money. But see, here's where another distraction comes in. You give a kid that's in college $1 million, he don't care about going to class tomorrow. I got $1 million in the bank account.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so now,
hey man,
I wonder if they even threw that in as a trick bag. You know what I mean? Like, so this is a way we'll find another way to tear these kids down in the strong.
We're having a very vanilla conversation, bro. I just want to let you know. Like he said,
it's the reality.
It's legal
though.
now. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Let's look at the 30 for 30 on the U.
Yeah. See.
So you give college kids 19, 18, 17, where they're glorifying YNs right now. Let's tell the truth. Like you look on TV right now, it's a major block and a major bid for two major groups: Turning Points Group, the USA, and the YNs. You got all these women talking about, I'm trying to get me a YN. Then you got all the celebrities. The Baby just made a song with the. So now you're putting all these kids in this chaotic environment, telling them nothing is ever their fault, right? We in mental health industry, nothing's ever their fault. It's your environment, everybody else around you, blah blah blah. So you have no responsibility, no accountability, no nothing. If you're not from a family program like he is, you're going to the situation with millions of dollars, bro. At 18 and millions, I would have been standing on tables at parties with 10 chains on, pouring alcohol on everybody there, and saying, "What? Hey, can you stop? I'm worth $1 million in college." You see what I'm saying? Like we're looking at like, oh well, the money and they might not play, and these are all great things, but you give an 18-year-old $1 million with no like mentorship. No, that's why I said to me, I would make them. I would incentivize, number one, graduating. Number two, I will also take 10%, or I would give them 10% of their money. And then I would sit them down with real estate agents and financial advisors and all this. Because I said, if I ran a church, this is how I would do it. And then I would be like, hey, while you're doing this, let's get you a house. So just in case you graduate and you ain't got nothing, at least you got a place to go. That's a Jay-Z line.
That's not what they focus on. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. I'm talking about,
their focus is different.
Their focus is wrong. I'm talking about solutions. You have to look, how do you protect children? You don't protect kids giving them $1 million.
I don't think they're trying to protect children.
That's the thing that, like I said, in our organization, you would be the prototypical guy in our organization. That's how we built it. We built it on like, I want to help. I want to help you as a young man. Mm-hmm. Again, even though George Hill is known for basketball, we got a kid in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. 2 kids in the NFL. Like we got kids that are in school to be doctors. Like, so we use basketball as a tool to kind of give these guys an outlet instead of being in the streets. But the reality was we were a family. So you're going to organically, when a situation like NIL comes up, you're going to approach the situation as if you're their father too. Yeah, you're going to hold the hands of the mom and dad walking in. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, and I'm not trying to point the finger at any other travel organizations in Indiana, but some of these dudes, they initially get these teams to win a tournament, win this tournament, that tournament. There's no real like relationship with the kid and the family. They just see this kid is ranked, this kid has these offers, this kid brings this, we want to get on this circuit, and we want to win. Yeah, there's no relationship really. Yeah, so they don't have that like, man, you got to get a. They rather be on Instagram they self holding this kid on the side trying to, you feel me?
But that's what I was about to say. It sounds like
I don't have no Instagram.
It sounds like the music industry. That's why I said that, because I've had rappers that be like, so and so inbox me, and I'm like, yeah, right, bro. Like, why would it? And not saying you can't rap, but I'm like, why would he just inbox you? It doesn't make any sense. And then you got all these scammers and all this. It's the same thing, and we're in the most narcissistic era of all time. Everybody is me, me, me. Let me see me on social media and blah blah blah. So any game I see, as soon as I seen NIL, I was like, ooh, this might be bad. And everybody was like, why? And I was like, for one, again, Rich Paul and them, we can say whatever, but the whole Rich Paul rule, I still think you should be a lawyer or something. You could be a manager. I don't need, like, at the end of the day, we put people in bad positions for scammers. When you remove the fact that you don't have to have any college education or a lawyer or anything like that, it just opens it up for anybody to be like, oh man, I'm cool with little bro. Hey, little bro, you want this? Hey, let me get you a jersey, little bro. Blah, blah. And then little bro, the little dudes to death. And now you get 15%. Bro, the NBA only gets 3% on the deal. They giving managers for NIL 15%. Bro, not me. If it was my kid,
20%.
As soon as he came in there, I'd be like, yo, tell me, and this is bad, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like, tell me everything. And they'd tell me, I'm like, nah, I know when I hire you. Now I know how to do it. What do I need you for?
You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't. You don't.
We just recently did this in music. We hired a team. They did what they were supposed to do. We didn't like it, but we understood what they was doing. We took the whole game and ran with it. I don't trust people, bro. So
That's how
I don't
am.
either.
See, that's why.
just give me the information.
But we
I'll figure it
trust-
out myself.
And see, that's why I'm letting them know, like, I'm just consulting. It's just a magnification of what I'd already been doing for parents, because I had just naturally went through it with the kids that were in college, and now you have this other group coming up. You're like, okay, this is how this works. Let me educate you, and you just hope that if I walk you through this, then you walk the next person through this. You know what I'm saying? And it just helps our people understand the process.
Everybody
You're
ain't
right,
you, Mike.
If you're already, think about it,
Yeah.
all through high school, you're handling your child's recruitment. You're sitting down, they're telling you how you want them to play, their style, da-da-da-da-da-da. What's different now, like, because there's NIL involved? Like, why you need somebody to take 20% that your son earned or daughter earned off of what they did on the basketball court? That's why they want them. That's why they're DMing them, because they saw, oh, he had 20. Oh, he had 15. Let me DM him.
I call it the devil in the details. Again, I'm not going to say the name because we're online, so we're just going to know what we're talking about. But it's one group that moves like this, and they're not talented. So what they do is see talented people, and they figure out law-abiding ways or legal ways to eat off you.
Yes.
And that's what happens.
Yes.
That's all that's really going on, man. And it's scammers, and it's people out there who's looking to do it, and they know how to do it, and they've done it with everything. They try to sell you noni juice or whatever else. They're going to figure out a way to get into some place,
Yeah.
and they're going to scam your way, and that's what's going to happen. So I like it. I like what he's doing. And he doesn't know this, right? But we figured it out when we got here, is that me and John had already been working on this.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah,
so
sure.
we was upset already. Like, these people are stealing from these kids, and I don't like when I heard, I was with, Tay, right? His son plays at he really played at Cathedral.
You know who got him at Nevada?
Yeah.
We got him in Nevada.
Yeah, see, so I'm talking to Tay,
Yeah.
and he told me 15% because Tay played with us too. He said, I said 15%.
I was like, nope, we're not doing
I said, what?
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, oh, these numbers are absolutely ridiculous. So I didn't like the fact that the numbers are ridiculous.
And then
So
let me
go ahead.
No.
No, I'm great. I'm great. Transition. We got that transition.
And then let me say this too about, like, because I don't want to be pro agent and stuff like that. Because even in Tay's situation, like, there is a place for, like I said, good dudes that happen to be agents that can help your kids, because it's such a huge market. There's 3,000 kids that are in the portal. So there's nothing wrong with having that voice to kind of, spread your brand, kind of help you find the right fit. So I don't want to say, like, all agents want just 20%.
Oh, no, it's not.
But
Yeah.
like, there are some good dudes that I personally work with. There was one of my homeboys, Rashad. He helped the Comer situation, you know what I'm saying? Because even when I went to Comer, I'm like, man, you don't need one. Hey, man, we need to really bring somebody in, because Tay's, we want to expand his recruitment nationally. We want to, and, we came in, we talked about, like I said, this, you know what I'm saying? Obviously he's going to be taken care of because of the work he's doing. But again, it's all about those relationships. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing.
So before you transition, I want to say this. I think the only issue with NIL, portal, and all that, I think it stunts the growth of most basketball players. And this is why I say that, because you can't grow without being challenged.
You're 100% right.
So when the coach challenges you or sits you on the bench or does something that you don't like, you go right home. You probably call your mama or your daddy or whoever you want to call, your friends. And they're like, you should be playing, bro. He tripping, bro, blah, 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 blah. And now you just quit and go to the next team. And maybe you needed to get benched. Maybe you need to run 3 miles a day. Maybe you need to get punished for what you did. Maybe you need to go through the fire to be good. Yeah. And when every single time you don't want to do something, you could just leave.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It sets a horrible precedent.
But that's what I was saying earlier, that once they get that, they're not working. Why would you? You give me $1 million right now, man, I'm going on vacation, man.
But knowledge is
power.
We'll
get back to the podcast.
We'll
get back to this podcast.
Yeah,
I'm about to go overseas for a while. Because, you work hard. And some people stop once the money comes. Some people keep going once the money comes. You know what I mean? So you got LeBron and Kobe and Mike and them. Well, Mike wasn't getting that kind of money, but Steph and them getting $30 million a year, and Steph is still, that's because he loves what he's doing.
Steph getting $60 million. Let's clear that up.
I'm talking about a year. He's not getting $60 million a year.
Yes, he is. He's the highest paid player in the NBA.
Might be damn near.
Oh, he got to sign a new contract.
No, he was getting 50 before that. So
all right, AJ, whatever.
Steph's my favorite player.
My whole point is, we're not talking about the accuracy of the number, AJ. But fucking goddamn, nigga, we talking about the fact.
Nigga threw his whole point off.
That's the whole shit out there bullshit.
Anyway,
but we get it, motherfucker. He got money. What we saying is, you got me cussing.
If you would have said 60, they'd be like, no, he's
I
actually
tried to
getting
do this
62.
show without no language. You damn it.
Just like you know, he's the highest paid.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna use that in the argument later. So he's the highest paid player in the NBA. So I was letting you know that.
All right. Anyway, as I was saying, the money didn't stop him from continuing to be great. I think a lot of these, before you say anything, I think a lot of these dudes, they're showing you that they never really had the leg to play anyway long term. Because as soon as they got the money, you know what I mean, they switched up or they changed. You got some people getting money, still performing. Did you really have to do that? We're not debating how much he's getting paid, man. I don't give a shit. I ain't getting none of it. What I'm saying is, you triggered my spirit, man. I don't want them seeing me like this. Right. What I'm saying is, it didn't shout out to Kevin, man. It didn't stop him. It didn't stop the greats from being great. Shaq is still, when Shaq went to LA, he had spent years in LA. He was still spending Orlando Magic money.
Shaq's a bad example.
No, he's not a bad example because Shaq is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. What I'm saying is,
Shaq was a force that was lazy. He didn't work hard. That's why it's a bad example.
No, that's a lie.
And he has a great personality.
No, that's a damn. You don't get 3 championships being lazy.
Yes, you do.
No,
if
you
you're that
don't.
Good. And if you got Kobe,
If
you got Kobe, you do.
They would have not won those championships without Shaq.
And they wouldn't have won without Kobe.
Yeah.
Shaq, it took Kobe some time to get back to rebuild a team that was good enough to be able to contend. He went right down there in Miami and got him another ring. What I'm saying is,
he got swept. He got swept out the playoffs.
You're missing my point.
With every other player but Kobe.
We need the transition. Doesn't matter. I'm saying when you got the bag and you continue to be great, you continue to work hard, you continue to do the work, you continue to work on your craft. The money didn't change you. You had the love for the game. Just like in rap, you have love for the game. When people get the big deal in rap, some of them dudes can't make another record to save their life. I will sit here and let y'all go for 10 damn minutes. Damn it, I'm like the South. I got something to say.
We're trying to get you in the middle. You didn't want to sit.
This is true. If you would have sat in the middle, it might have worked. He's right.
Yeah. Damn it, you ain't gonna cut me out.
I was going to say.
No, I wouldn't finish.
Okay, keep going.
What I'm saying is, man, when you love the game, it's not going to matter what was given to you, what's presented to you, anything. You're going to continue to go work and show improve. You hear me? I've been doing this podcasting for many moons. We ain't really got no bag yet from this shit. I do it because I love this shit. And I'll be doing this when I'm 80 and 90 because I love talking in this mic. Because I feel like I have something to provide, a value. Just like Mike is here providing value. You providing value. Kevin is providing value. When you provide value, you feel and you are value and you're a person that loves to provide value. You like to be an asset. You love helping people. You're gonna do this till the day you croak.
I mean, somewhat.
Now you can talk.
So what I would say is I'm a lean on Mike.
And we got to transition, man. We ain't even got to hip hop yet.
And I transition it. I'm gonna lean on Mike because Mike said something earlier that I wanted to elaborate on, is the fact that you have to know that you're more than a basketball player when it comes to mental health and stuff like that. When he said that, I instantly thought of Kobe, and the reason I thought of that is because the Mamba mentality, it goes through any job you want. If you put the work in, you work hard, you do the details and all this and all that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was piggybacking on what you were saying.
Oh, thank you.
And you cut me off because you thought I was about to debate with you.
Yeah, that's what you like to do.
But what I'm saying is, what you're saying, and I had to realize this year, is that is a skill in itself, and it's a talent. People who like to work hard and put in that effort and work, it's something in them that pushes them.
Either you got it or you don't. You can't wear it like a T-shirt.
But you can teach it. Is what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is, if you tell a kid, hey, I know you might not do this or whatever, you can tell them to work hard, have teamwork, have good character, leadership, all these qualities. I hate when people try to diss sports because sports taught me everything on how to be a man. My dad basically coached me my whole life, but also is that it teaches you a lot of good qualities, being good character, teamwork. Like the fact that I'm a point guard, me and John talk about this all the time. Our minds are 10 times different from everybody else's. I have to think about everybody before I think about myself. So I got to know where Taj likes the ball. I got to know where Mike likes the ball. I got to know if Taj messes up, can I scream at him or do I have to encourage him? I have to do the same thing with Mike. I have to figure that out. I have to figure all these things out. Right. And from one little bitty sport, I know how to do pattern recognition. I know how to read people. I know how to be a leader and take responsibility. I know how to be accountable. I know how to move past a bad play. Do you understand how many people get crippled when bad things happen in their life and hold on to it? When you're an athlete, you be like, I just had 6 turnovers, but I better shoot that shot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because your mind state is different. So when you teach these things, right, in basketball and being a NIL counselor, I think it's essential, and he said it. That's why I just wanted to piggyback on it, is that you got to understand that you are more than just a basketball player. But from basketball, it gives you qualities that teaches you how to do everything in life. And I think that's an essential thing. Now, my real question is, when you think of hip-hop, is Tupac better than DMX because of music, or is it because he's more than just a rapper?
Tupac.
Because we talking about more than basketball. Is he more than just because he's an actor, he's an activist, all that stuff too?
One of my big bro called me the other day. Mm-hmm. And he asked me this. I think DMX is better, by the way. No. Now I would say this: it's not a huge gap at all. It's about right here. But I give Pac, because you tell me a song that DMX has that's equivalent to "Keep Your Head Up." He don't have a "Keep Your Head Up" in anywhere in his catalog. Okay. Now he might pray. On the record,
he's very.
But I'm saying when it comes to
I'm slipping,
those kind of
records, I'm falling. No, I can't get up.
That's the song he used. That's the song my guy used.
I'm saying that's keep your head up.
But no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why. Same thing I told him. Keep Your Head Up was about single black women. Yeah. He was talking about keep your, no matter what's going on. I know life is fucked up. I got me.
I mean,
what I'm saying.
So my equivalent to that is what these bitches want from a nigga.
No,
I'm trying to recite the lyrics. Like, damn, is that
what I'm saying?
He's talking to single women. Yeah, what these bitches want from him?
He didn't. Just because the song is called that does not mean he's talking to single. We know these women that are married in relationships that he's talking to.
I mean, it could be. I get around. It could
no, what I'm saying is. Keep your head up. This is one thing that separates.
This is a bad guard. Okay.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you why.
Also what separated him and Biggie. They don't have so many tears. They don't have keep your head up. They don't have Brenda's Got a Baby. Pac was an artist who he didn't have to talk about himself. Many artists have told these stories about Pac where he's taken their own personal story, went to the studio, wrote a whole song about them, but we thinking it's about him when it's really about them. Them other artists can't do that. They're talking about them. Slipping was about himself. Pac made a whole record. 2 of them records I just named were about somebody else.
Brenda's Got a Baby.
That's the difference between Pac and DMX and Pac and a whole lot of people.
I get the difference. That doesn't make them better.
On top, it does make them better. So, and on top of that, okay, Pac, even though, see, people, if they're looking at the movies, right? Let's look at the movies.
I said activists.
Right? Let's look at the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Pac doesn't have a bunch of great films, but he's got 3 classics.
I give him
Poetic Justice is a classic.
Juice
is a classic, and Above the Rim is a classic.
I give him 3. You're right.
That's 3.
Yeah, I give you that.
Now, what does DMX have? Never Die Alone.
Belly.
Is a classic.
Belly
is a classic.
And Romeo Must Die.
Romeo, okay.
Ooh, 3-3.
Right. But what I'm saying is, but let me tell you, Pac, the nothing that separates Pac from DMX in the acting world, he has range. Pac has bad movies, but that don't mean he did a bad acting job. That's a difference.
We're making stuff
just because you didn't watch
the acting school, though. I mean, he went.
That's what I'm. That's what. Come on, man.
Okay. So you have 2 arguments. Is it my time to at least debunk one of them?
Go ahead.
All right. So just because somebody got the song called Brenda Got a Baby doesn't make it
don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Because if Jet had a song called Brenda's Got a Baby, and we're talking about Jet against somebody else, you're gonna go with Jet all day long.
Yeah, but Jet.
Don't stop. Don't do that.
But you're not letting me finish. Jet would also destroy him on a battle too. But what I'm saying is just because.
Sorry, Jet. I had to do that.
Just because you have a record like that, it does not make. J. Cole has records like that.
But we're
Listen
not
to
talking
what
about
I'm-
J. Cole. We're
listen
talking
to
about
what- okay,
Pac and DMX.
Okay, so just because you have a record like that doesn't Drake doesn't have a record like that. Is he not better than a lot of people?
No, Drake's not better.
He
Drake's
is better. He is better than a lot of people.
Drake is. See, now you're having a different conversation because Drake is better.
But
Hold on.
no,
asked
you
me a
got
question,
no,
let me
you
answer.
got to let me
You
finish
asked
what
me
I
a
was saying.
question.
No.
asked me a
You already
question.
answered. You already
No, I
answered.
didn't.
You said Drake's
No,
not better.
no,
So you answered it. You answered it. So let me answer it.
Let me elaborate.
No. Let me answer. So the reason I asked that is because
Kevin,
one
cut
category,
his mic.
one category doesn't put you in to say, oh, he's a better. Because I can say, I can say, Pac has never captivated an audience like DMX does when on a performance.
How do you know that?
Because everybody brags and tells stories on how crazy DMX concerts. Everybody, literally, Snoop, Buster, Jay-Z. Everybody says, "I seen DMX performance." Juvenile.
But let me ask y'all this.
Everybody.
When you look at DMX, because I'm gonna piggyback off what you said about the concert thing. When we look at DMX, do you feel like he maximum like when he was done rapping was like that? That's what he finished as.
Yeah,
Like that's what he was. With Pac,
he's an artist.
we don't know where Pac was going. He
Exactly.
didn't get a chance to have the big concerts. Remember, he was locked up. Then
he was 25 when he died. Look at the impact.
He was locked up. When he did All Eyes on Me, he had just got out, then he died. So he didn't even get a chance to do the big tours and all that kind of stuff. He was getting. That's the thing about Pac.
Even if he did, he's performed before. That's not what I'm saying. He has performed. He does not captivate people like DMX.
But did he perform at his peak though? Did he perform when he was All Eyes on Me?
I don't know what's a peak, but Biggie died young too. So I mean, Juice WRLD died young. They all died young. That doesn't make. That's a delusional argument because Pac could have fell off like bad dope.
But everybody, he still had 250.
Because he died. What are you talking about?
He had 250 songs. Hold on, he had 250 songs when he died.
It doesn't mean they were all good.
But that's because but what he did was he set the standard in the industry of today where artists get in and understood the work ethic it takes to keep pushing. Biggie didn't have a song left when he died because he wasn't working. He didn't know. He did not have a song left when he died. Pac had 250 records. They were still talking about this man 10 years later.
Okay, that's fine.
You understand?
Gucci Man has 1,000 records. That doesn't make him good, bro.
But
you keep saying things that don't make you good.
What you mean?
Because you're saying things that make it seem like you're just going against DMX and Pac.
What I'm saying is you use the performance as an argument.
No, I didn't. I didn't use it as an argument.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. I said your argument doesn't hold merit because I can use this argument and it does not make him better than Pac. It just says he's better at that than Pac.
We're saying who is the best overall artist.
Oh, well, Pac is the best overall artist.
Thank you.
But I listen to DMX way more.
I will always win
and
these debates.
I also believe DMX more. I don't believe Pac's a thug and tough and all that stuff. I think I'll beat the brakes off Pac. Like I don't think he's tough. I think he's more like Kanye than he is like DMX. Yeah. DMX is really actually a thug, and you hear DMX, you like, oh, DMX might do something to you. He has dogs with him. He gives that energy.
Let me ask you this.
Pac, it's people telling stories, telling Pac's favorite move is getting on his back and kicking up in the air. He's not a gangster and thug life and all that stuff.
Just because you can't fight, they said Pac, but he'll at least fight. Don't matter if you get your ass whooped.
Everybody fights when 20 people are behind him.
No. That's
the only time I ever seen him fight is chasing people
No, but have you ever seen DMX fight?
No.
Okay.
I've never seen Fat Joe fight either, but everybody says you don't want to mess with Fat Joe and the Terror Squad.
Hey, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, you've never seen him, so you say he's more believable because he screams?
No, it's just his energy.
It's his
energy. His energy is more believable.
Yeah, Mystical got a lot of energy, but they said certain things happen.
No, I'm talking about the way he speaks, the way he talks.
They got stories on DMX.
Yeah. I don't think people. And then the whole thing in the Rough Riders and all that.
I'm just having Mike, don't do this, Mike. I'm trying to further extend this argument.
As far as a better artist, I will say Tupac's a better artist. I think Tupac has the greatest. I think the biggest thing about Tupac is his impact. I think he has the greatest impact on any out of all the artists. Well,
yeah. The man died.
He does not have a bigger impact than Kanye West.
But Kanye's been on.
No. That's how I was just thought about it. And y'all both like, yeah. I'm like, he does not have a bigger. He does not.
Still
not
people,
Kanye West.
He doesn't. He died at 25, bro. He does not have a bigger impact than Kanye.
The youth still
And
know Pac.
everybody knows Kanye.
But people still know Pac, and he died 20 years ago.
And when Kanye
30,
dies,
40
everybody's
years
still
ago.
gonna know him. It's almost impossible not to know Kanye. And you look at the last 20 years, who was the most popular woman? His
I knew he
wife,
was gonna do
Kim
this.
Kardashian.
I knew he was gonna do this. You've been waiting to do this.
No, I'm just saying. Just look at what's going on.
You told me you've been wanting to do this.
Yeah, I did. You didn't do it. But this is a totally different thing. He beefed with Bush. So when you mention George Bush, you're gonna mention Kanye. When you mention Obama, oh, he's an asshole because he snatched the thing from Taylor
That
Swift.
ain't impact. That's just him trying to use
It's
the
his
fucking
name is
thing.
everywhere.
Because
then you got Trump. Then you got Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes. You got
crosses over.
He crosses over everywhere, bro. He's in Japan, China.
You can
Everybody.
cross over today by using this shit.
No,
that does not mean
I
he's
have
impactful,
used
though.
it. What do you mean? He has the #1 album in the last 10 years. He has the #1 shoe in the last 10 years. He has
Fashion,
everything,
everything.
bro. Pac can't even dress.
No, we can't-
Pac looks like a
Kevin,
cornball when he puts clothes
Kanye
on.
West
Kevin.
and Pac.
Pac can't even dress, bro.
But he was young though.
Kevin, Fly on the Wall Studios. I know you hear me. Next.
But I think between DMX and Tupac's impact, influence, and all that is 10 times greater than DMX. Do I like DMX as a rapper better? I do, but that's a preference. Music is the language of the soul, and that's all it really is. Do I think Pac's a bigger artist and better artist? Yes. It just is what
And
it is.
DMX probably came in just to rap, just to be
Yes,
a rapper,
yes.
tell a
Yeah.
story. Pac probably came in like, I'm gonna use my platform to hit this and be a writer and be a movie director.
But
and
Pac
be an
had a
actor.
different
He had
environment too because
so his whole mindset was
his connection to the Black Panthers and all that stuff. So it's a totally different scenario.
Like to do all that by
but
25 and still your legacy lasts another 10, 15, 20 years. The sad thing, you talking about impact, this is impact. When you've been dead and gone since 96, it is 2025. We might as well say 2026,
30
right?
years.
And they still are putting your name up there with who's the best, and you're still in that conversation. That's impact, bro. Your impact will last forever. His impact will last forever. Just like Jordan's impact is going to last
I just said that,
forever.
though. I said I agree
So
with
you
you.
said, no, you said Kanye.
I still think that.
I disagree.
I think Kanye's a better artist and everything than Tupac.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Well, that's a whole other. I mean, the
Kanye
man's
a
producing
bad
and
guy.
shit.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
produced. Yeah, he a
he's
bad
not a
boy.
better rapper though.
No.
But he artist-wise, I mean, he's making the music. I mean, he's producing. I mean,
No,
hey,
art
how you gonna-
art in itself. Like
No.
what? What do you mean? Like
808s and Heartbreaks was trash. All that shit he been bringing out is trash. His best music.
speaking from a street nigga who loves Jeezy, it's trash. But at the end of the day, there's no Drake, there's no Juice WRLD, there's nobody without 808s and Heartbreaks.
That shit was trash.
And they all said it.
The three-
You can say it's trash, but it's niggas is worth $100 million right now because of 808s and Heartbreaks. So your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion does matter.
It does not.
Your opinion
When it
doesn't
comes,
matter, sir.
it doesn't. You're right. I didn't say it does. I'm saying when it comes to these artists saying 808s was trash, it's a lie.
It was trash to me. Look, bro, his first 3 albums were classics.
Oh, his
Epic.
first 5 albums, 6 albums
No,
are classics.
No, that shit stopped at graduation.
Okay.
That shit,
he hasn't had a classic since graduation.
No.
So why was My
No.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy the #1 album of the decade?
Oh yeah, when that come out?
Shut up, bro. What are you talking about, Taj?
First
How
off,
is that the #1 album out
go
of
back.
all music?
I'm trying to
All
go back and
music,
think about
all
which one
music.
that
Taylor
was.
Swift, Beyonce,
That was
all
crazy.
music. It's the #1 album of the decade.
Let him calm down. Okay. First of all, let's go back to something. The word shut up. I don't do
I'm
it.
not telling you shut up. my bad.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So,
Hello. Yeah.
yeah. So, okay. Now, let's move forward. There's a lot of things that go into making bad records good.
You're
a
telling
lot
me
of-
My Beautiful
it's a-
Dark Twisted Fantasy is a bad record.
I'm telling you,
he
he
can't
is
be. He can't be. He can't be doing that. Go ahead, though.
Kanye. First of all, let's go back to something. I was huge Kanye fan. Kanye West first came out.
We definitely got to get
Huge.
to sports too.
Huge. But after graduation, that shit been nosediving. And just because he's on TV, sometimes, like you said, your appearance sells. A lot of shit comes to play.
It's sold to the #1 album of the decade.
That's great.
Over
But-
Beyonce,
Great.
over Taylor Swift.
That's great.
What?
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't mean it was good. Soulja Boy hit the market running, right?
You're comparing
But
Soulja Boy to Kanye
I'm
right
just
now.
telling you, I'm any artist. I can bring anybody just because a record.
Is Soulja Boy super impactful?
Just because a record goes platinum does not mean the record was good.
So
it
what-
just means you did a great job at marketing, promotions, and generating some just like the 50 Cent and Kanye situation. That record, that Curtis album, was not a good album.
Yeah, but we never said
Okay?
it was.
Well, that's what I'm saying is,
but Curtis wasn't. It didn't make the top 100 of the decade.
Hold on, stop. Stop. That's not my point. My point is it still went platinum. Right? So what I'm saying is you could take a bad record and turn it into something, and turn it into gold, and listen to the shit 5 years later. We're like, why the fuck did I like that
When
record?
I say album of the decade, I'm not talking about sales.
It's okay. It comes like you just said. It's subjective, right? Everybody's got their own opinion.
What songs on it was bad?
I have not liked a Kanye solo album.
You didn't like All of the Lights?
That whole album was good.
You didn't like
did
Soul
that.
Appalled?
No.
You didn't like You didn't like Soul Appalled with Jay-Z, Pusha T, Saha, and all them?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Monster
On there? You didn't like Runaway? You didn't like Devil in the New
can
Blue
hear you.
Dress?
I can hear you.
You didn't like these songs?
I can hear you.
That was.
You didn't like these songs,
Hey,
Taj.
Mike.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're my guest, Mike.
You didn't like them songs, Taj.
You gotta nudge me a little bit so I can.
You didn't like
my
them.
mental.
Do you understand the?
What
And Pablo's an amazing
let me-
album. Jesus the King won the Grammy. Donda won the Grammy.
You do not want to talk about Grammys.
Yeah.
You know that shit. You know how they play that game.
Guess who has the most?
I don't know.
Kanye. Keep going.
That again. You know how that game is played.
It's played like what?
It's not honest. Just like sports is not honest with sports gambling. It's not
Okay,
honest.
so let's say it's not
Okay.
honest. That's
All
fine.
right.
Who should have won the most Grammys?
I don't know. Grammys doesn't. Let's talk about the music.
Nope.
The music.
Listen now,
To me, the
you're really
music-
about to be mad. I think Kanye's music is better than Pac's. Pac can't make it stronger. Let's use your argument. He can't make it stronger.
But Kanye can't do what Pac did.
What do you mean? You mean like all falls down?
I thought that was a good.
What do you mean Jesus walks? What do you mean?
But he had Jay.
Not on Jesus walks or all falls down.
He did that.
No, he had him on
He had him
Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds Are Forever, but he was on the first album.
He was, but he wasn't on Jesus Walks. He was on
No, that's
Never
right.
Let
That's
You
right.
Down.
Yeah, Jesus Walks was a call.
He's on Never Let You Down.
Yeah, Never Let You Down. Yeah,
He-
killed that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what I'm saying is,
But Through the Wire-
Kanye was a dope. He's a dope artist.
I mean Snoop. I mean
But
Pac,
all I'm saying is, Pac is so impactful. He's
So is
still being
Kanye.
talked about.
Kanye will
But
forever be
Kanye's
talked
still
about.
alive. Pac been dead.
Kanye will forever be talked about.
He probably will. But I'm saying is, you talking about a kid who died at 25, still being discussed today with the elites. They ain't dropped Pac down to the bottom of the list.
He can't-
He's still being talked about with the elites. That's impact. When you have been dead for 20 years and they're still discussing you at a high level.
And it's skill. If you're just good, you're just
So
good.
okay, so let's move right along.
Bill Walton's still a top 50 player with some of the worst stats of all time.
Bill Walton is.
Hey, but when he was good, he was good. You can't take that away. Wait, man. What do you want to go to? Steph and LeBron? It's another loss for you.
No, I did not lose that one, sir. I did not lose that
I don't
one.
think
Matter
you
of
lost
fact,
that one
I won
either.
multiple.
I'll give you
debates in that.
Tupac. I think Tupac is better than DMX, so I'll give you that.
All right, you did all that just to come right back to.
I mean, I said as an artist, I just think I like DMX as a better rapper.
Yeah.
But if you want to go Tupac and
my
Kanye,
favorite,
I'm going to say
DMX
Kanye all the time.
My favorite DMX movie is Never Die Alone.
It's a good movie, too.
I interviewed the person who actually put that movie together, and they told me that DMX did not read his lines. He showed up for work, looked at the paper, and went in there, and like that's a different level of talent when you can go in there and do that. But I just don't think he had like the, Pac went and did different type of roles. Even though the movies probably weren't that good, he was still able to pull it off, and that shows range.
So, okay, yeah, I get that.
No, yeah, you know what I mean? So,
I mean, it's just talent, like Chris Brown, Jamie Foxx, and all them. Donald Glover. Is that his name?
and there's, Chris Brown, can I say, I'm gonna say
No,
something
the
about
dude who
Chris Brown
sings
real
Stay
quick.
Woke.
I like Chris Brown, right? I think Chris Brown is dope,
Mhm.
right? I don't. The music that he's released, he's going on a stretch, but a lot of it just sounds repetitive.
He's making hundreds of songs like your boy Tupac. Of course, it's gonna sound repetitive.
See how he did that?
I'm just saying.
see how he did
Now
that?
we make music,
You
so
see how-
if I'm in, if I just listen to what he has 60
He
songs.
brought Pac up and then found a way. to
No,
turn
because
it
you
into-
gave him credit and said this is what he does to make
No, I
artists.
said that.
You said artists now know how hard he has to work, and he does the same
He
thing.
set the standard.
Yeah, and that's not a good standard, to be honest. But
Why ain't it?
I'm about to tell you. You asked the question. So
Oh,
if I'm making 200 songs a year, that means I'm only rapping from a perspective that's what's happening in that year or my life before, right? Therefore, a lot of those 200 songs is going to be super repetitive. This is going to be within that time stamp. And it might not, you can't make 200 good songs. You could probably make 20 good songs out of 200, and then you could try to switch and whatever. But that's just a lot of work, and it's like not efficient work. And as a basketball coach and everything, it's all about efficient work. I wouldn't tell a kid to go shoot 2,000 shots that don't pertain to the game. Yeah, so it's not efficient. But when I look at Chris Brown, I just don't think he's making music for our ears like that anymore. I think he's more of a dancer, EDM, pop music, and all that stuff. And he's making these 60 to 70 songs. And I just think I think he might be the most talented person in the game.
No. I'm not.
Let's go to
I'm
basketball. Who is more talented than Chris Brown?
And when you say talented, break that. I just want to know from your perspective.
What can't he do in the entertainment industry?
Usher does the same thing.
He can't hoop. He can't draw. He don't act as well as Chris Brown.
Are we talking music? Are we talking? I mean, like, who
I
cares
said
if he
talent.
can hoop or not?
I said, what
Like,
can't
what
he
the
do?
hell does that got to do with anything?
I said, what can't he do?
What the hell does that got to do with anything?
Well, Chris Brown sells paintings for millions of dollars.
What the hell does that got to do
it's
with
art
the music?
and entertainment. I said as entertainment, like Jamie Foxx and
We don't know what Usher does outside of.
but we don't. But we know what Chris Brown does, and it's more than what Usher does. So that means he's more talented.
No, that just means you just don't know what Usher does.
He can rap better than Usher. He can act better than Usher. He can dance better than Usher. Usher can probably sing
Now,
better.
Chris Brown's a cool actor. He's all right.
It's nothing he can't do. That nigga's a superhero. He might be an Avenger.
Now I tell you what I did like that diss record that he put on Quavo.
It was okay.
Yeah.
That shit was that. I mean, from a R&B artist to do a diss record like that, that shit was cold.
I mean that was the allure, but Drake beat him to it on Meek Mill. You gotta tell you getting sunned by an R&B nigga. So I mean, like I hear the allure of it, but Drake already beat him to it. And Chris Brown can rap. Like he's really actually super
rapper.
talented.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying the records are not like I don't hear a record that's gonna stick 10 years from now. You see what I'm saying? I can still go back to every R. Kelly. I can still go back to Down Low.
Yeah,
And it's going to, you turn Down Low on today, it's going to, I can still turn on the Keith Sweat.
That's
record.
not true, man.
I could still turn on the Usher. I can still turn on, can I finish?
Keith Sweat, yeah. You turn it
Can
on
I
down low
finish?
today. The
Can I
kids
finish?
ain't. If you at a party with
Can I
us,
finish?
yes, we gonna love it. But the kids ain't gonna know. They were like, what?
They may not know it. They might not know it, but they're going to be listening.
Yeah,
Because it's what they doing.
I think
You gotta
R. Kelly is the
understand that
GOAT.
song
I'm
is
not
still-
taking nothing away from R.
The song
Kelly.
is still relevant
Sure.
because people are still living down low. They're still doing it.
No, that wasn't what the song was about, though.
I'm not saying down low is too. I'm not saying that. We got to stop this shit. Well, I'm not saying down low as in I'm saying down low as far as creeping.
Yeah, that would never stop. Side chicks are forever.
Right. Wow.
Side chicks are forever. That's the funniest part ever.
Man, hip hop and hoops, man. Goddamn.
Steph is the best. Let's go to the Steph and LeBron.
Hip hop and hoops. Hold on.
Do you want me to bring that in?
Hold on. Let's pay some bills real quick, man.
Okay,
We got to promote Fly on the Wall Studios. If you need a place to record a podcast as dope podcasts such as this one, come to Fly on the Wall Studios, West Side, Naptown.
West Side.
Right across the street from Ben Davis High School.
Hey, Ben Davis.
You gonna interrupt me?
I'm just messing with you. My love, Kevin. The Fly on the Wall.
I'm trying to plug, you know what I mean?
I'm from Warren, man. I got to always say I hate Ben Davis or I'm going to get beat up when I go back to the east side.
Hey, man, you have to understand the assignment. When I say let's pay some bills, what does that mean?
Let's big up Kevin like we always do because Fly on the Wall Studios is the best studio in the city.
Okay.
Make sure you know that. Lance and Greg and DA, shout out to DA for winning. They got podcasts here. Trenchy got a podcast here. We got a podcast here. Everybody about to start coming to see Kev. Make sure you come to Fly on the Wall Studios, right next to that horrible school, Ben Davis, right behind McDonald's.
Right behind Speedway.
Yeah. It's
Speedway gas station.
Yeah. It's really fly in here. Super fly.
And come get your haircut. If,
definitely get your haircut.
This is a dual shop, right? You know, you can get the.
It's a triple threat. I mean, we shot a video in here, so.
Yeah. So you can get your haircut and record a podcast all in one day. You know what I mean? So now, shout out to Kev. Shout out to Fly on the Wall Studios. Let's move along, can we? This is. Hey man, you like to argue. I thought I liked to argue. I thought I was
man, you said we need more energy, so I'm just getting old AJ.
I mean, it's all good.
I'm not. I got on my counselor voice.
Also, if you're not following the podcast, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at Hip Hop and Hoops Pod. All right, Hip Hop and Hoops Pod. And we're transitioning, man. Let's talk NBA. OKC. They was 22-1. They done lost the last, couple games? 2 games?
2 games, yeah.
Edwards hit that crucial 3 that everybody keeps repeating, showing on the highlights. I still think OKC is going to repeat. I just don't see the consistency in any other team right now. I don't see it. Denver's doing good, but they always do good, right? They're one of them teams that are always going to show up in the season. They're going to do the good, couple rounds in the playoffs, and then they're going to get beaten. Somebody else is going to go. I still think if Kyrie comes back, you always got to look at Dallas as a threat. I don't think the Eastern Conference is winning another championship for a mighty long time unless they do some balancing out in the NBA. But I do believe that.
We win 7 games with OKC. Let Tyrese come back.
Well, I mean, I can only go off what happened, right?
Okay,
we went to Game 6, right? And we don't know what was going to happen, but I do feel we already spoke about this. I do believe that the Pacers was going to take, and we had our first championship in Indiana, and the city was going to go crazy. But
I was downtown Game 6, going crazy.
But I do. How do you feel right now as far as what's going on in NBA? Who do you see? Who's your biggest disappointment right now?
Dallas.
But they can't. No, don't do that because they don't have Kyrie. They don't have all the pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to.
They had okay. Let's say that
they don't have all.
They don't have their point guard. They recruit. Okay. They got D'Lo in the offseason.
Okay.
Starting point guard.
Yeah.
You got Klay Thompson, the veteran.
Come
right?
on, man. You know Klay.
AD still top 10 player.
Klay Thompson.
Jason Kidd is one of the best coaches. All you got to do is play and wait for Kyrie to come back. You got rookie of the year, essentially. He's killing. I think where Jason Kidd and messed up, they tried to make Cooper a point guard. And point guard is a hard position to play. Dallas is a disappointment. My team's a disappointment in Golden State. I think they were playing horrible. They aren't playing no defense. Steph's having an exceptional year, but they're not playing well.
I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with Golden State.
Steve Kerr and
no, it ain't Steve Kerr. Because Steve Kerr's the same person that got them 4 rings too, right?
Steph Curry got them.
He coached them to 4 rings. You got to understand, it all works together.
It does.
It all works together.
But he's a dumb coach. But the problem,
he's not a dumb coach. You're not a dumb coach. You know how many rings Steph Curry got between coaching and playing?
You mean Steve Kerr?
Steve Kerr.
Coaching and playing in.
He's got 4 as a coach.
8.
Thank you. So you don't get that. You don't get that being dumb.
Well.
Okay, so what I'm saying is what Golden State went wrong.
Was Steve Nash
They did not plan for the future. They did not bring anything. Right. I have been saying for the longest, Giannis should be in Golden State. Get rid of Butler. I'll get rid of Draymond as well, even though I think Draymond is what helps keep that engine going. But they needed Giannis. They should have traded for Giannis. They've made no moves.
But who would you give up for Giannis?
I'll give up the whole bench.
We just go out there with 3 players. Would you take them? If you're Milwaukee, would you take them on the other side?
I don't know. I don't know what they would have to give up, right? Maybe you got to give up the next draft picks for the next 5 years or something. I don't know. But my thing is, you go get Giannis.
That's OKC how that's working with the Clippers.
Yeah,
you know they got 2 top 10 picks. No, OKC got 2 top 10 picks this year because they traded for Paul George and the Clippers.
But what I'm saying is, you got Steph, maybe another 3, 2. Maybe 4.
I say 2.
And then what? It's going to plummet.
Yeah.
So they've not made
the young kid,
Kaminga. I would get rid of Kaminga, Pods.
The white kid.
I would get rid of Kaminga. I would get rid of Kaminga, Pods, and Draymond, and bring me.
Remember, they had Jalen Duren. And Jalen Duren's having an All-Star year
You can't build around. He's not a elite player.
It don't matter if you're in Milwaukee. That sounds cool, but you're in Milwaukee. You're either going to lose Giannis, or you can gain something and get something. What are you going to do?
I would have went and got Giannis. I would still go get Giannis.
No, I'm talking about as Milwaukee.
As Milwaukee, so I said on the other side.
You got it. He's going to leave soon.
Well, I'm going to tell you, no matter what happens, when Giannis leaves that team, they're going right back to the Milwaukee Bucks they always have been.
Yeah, that's my point. So so either try to get Kuminga and Pods and Draymond or something for him. I would. Yeah, but Golden State, what you just said is what I just said. It's the front office.
Yeah,
I hate Don Levy. Yeah. Ever since Bob Myers left, he's made no moves over the summer. He always, it's just horrible. So
you gotta say Golden State, like you said, because they've won championships, so they know what it takes to win. Yeah. And if you are struggling like they're struggling, and you've won before, you know what you're going into.
Not before. They won in the last 3 years. They won recently.
You know what it takes to win, and you're not doing it. Then you got to be probably the most.
So who's your biggest surprise? Like who's shocking you right now? Like wow,
probably Detroit.
No, I said Detroit was going to be good last year.
Really?
Atlanta.
That's a good point because they've been playing without Trae Young, right?
Mm-hmm. And the dude, Jalen's killing.
I think and that's the next question. I was going to get to that. What players need to lead their teams because they're not going anywhere with the team they're at? And Trae Young is one of them. I think he needs to leave Atlanta. I think he's done all he could do.
I'm actually scared for Trae Young.
Yeah, I think he needs.
No, I mean like Isaiah Thomas scared for Trae Young.
That's what. See, yeah.
Oh wow.
Because he's not playing now, and Atlanta's winning, and they're killing.
That's what I'm saying.
So they're going to say, you don't play winning basketball.
That's what I was thinking about.
And you're undersized. I don't care that you're averaging 30 and 12. Yeah. You don't play winning basketball. Nope. You're undersized. You can't guard anybody. Nope. So now, and it's been exposed that, hey, the team that you have now is good without you. So now they're probably shopping them, but other teams are looking like, what are we going to do with an undersized point guard who shoots more than everybody on my team?
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, that's a good point.
Because we all know,
but he's still a good point guard.
Is a diamond.
He's a great point guard.
That's not even a game no more. Like now we're trying to get 6'5", 6'4", 6'6" point guards. So he's.
I think they're. This is funny. I think they're discriminating against height in the NBA.
Oh, for sure.
I think if you're short,
doing that for a while.
Yeah. But if you were talented, you would get a chance. I don't think they care no more. I think like you can't tell me Trae doesn't deserve to be in the NBA. His last stats was like 28 and 12, but he's on the verge of being not in the NBA because this season is exposing him. So now the Hawks are going to try to trade him. They got to pay him. He's got a $200-300 million contract. They're going to try to trade him, and they're going to get nothing for him, and it's going to make him mad. And he's going to go to a situation. The only way he's going to really like flourish if he goes to a loser team. If he goes to like Washington or something, and they're going to let him just come out there and shoot.
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, it had to be Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I can't stand that I have not been able to, this is something petty, right? I don't know about you, but I get tired of the jerseys. You've been at home wearing the away jersey, and you've been on the road wearing the home jerseys. I hate that shit. I cannot stand it. I wish they would stop doing it. I don't know who started it, what was the point of it, but I cannot. Some of these players, you look at their court, like Brooklyn, they're wearing black jerseys on a black floor.
Yeah.
You can't even see these you can't even see them. You don't even know who is who.
I wouldn't even know what to say to that. I don't pay that much attention.
I do. That's how much I pay attention.
You said it's a pet peeve, so yeah. It is. I have nothing to fight that right there. Yeah, so
it's not nothing to fight. It means just more or less like stick to what's been working.
Well, you could say that about everything in the NBA, like All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, like, stick to what's been working.
Like everything's trying to be WNBA. I mean WWE.
Yeah,
so
stick to what's been. It was a winning formula for a very long time. Stick to what's been working.
Why?
Because it works.
No, but the whole overall consensus is they're done with the 90s.
Yep.
So they're trying to erase everything which is crazy, was peak culture. There's no decade in American history that had more culture than the 90s.
The 90s was the shit, and I'm glad I was a part of it. They can't tell me, I don't care nothing about the 70s. I don't care about the 80s. This 2K shit, none of that will top what the 90s did.
Yeah. That's why Jordan's the best. Prime Time and Bo Jackson and
all that.
Wayne Gretzky and
all that.
It was true competition.
Who was our guy out there in the Oakland A's? Who's the guy?
Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, the Bass brothers. Yeah. The Bass brothers in San Francisco and the Splash brothers in San Francisco.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking. So
maybe that's why they did it. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So the league is boring as hell to watch. Even though we have a show called Hip Hop and Hoops, I love basketball. Like I love the sport, but I can go on YouTube, pull up a 10-minute highlight reel, and not even make it through the 10 minutes. You want to know why? In the first 5 minutes, y'all just back, penetrate, three-pointer.
Three.
Pull up, three-pointer. Rebound, throw it all the way back out. You underneath the fucking basket, and you're going to throw it back out for a three-pointer. You're penetrating to the hole. wide the fuck open for a dunk or a layup, and you will throw it all the way back out there for a three-pointer. Boring. The shit is not entertaining. It's not entertaining.
So if you was on the, I don't want to go into this, but if you on the table and it's you and Adam Silver and all them, what would you do to make it more entertaining?
We're going back to what basketball was supposed to be about. Basketball was closer to the basket, high percentage shot. Further you got away from the basket, low percentage shot. Now it's like they're making the three-pointer the high percentage shot, and the layup is a low percentage shot.
Well, it's because of the analytics. Yeah.
But
so my boy Tyrone Anderson got MVP overseas at Qatar or something like that. I can't remember. And he was averaging like 32 or something. And they told him if he don't start shooting more threes, they ain't going to pick him back up. So if you go into a situation and your team's like, we got to shoot more threes than mid-range shots and all this. Like, I seen somebody in the NBA, I forgot who it was, and they was talking about, like, Jeff. It was Jeff. Jeff was talking about he shot a shot, and it wasn't a three, and they took him out, he didn't play no more.
Yeah.
Like, it's like if
but that's bullshit.
I don't disagree with you, but I'm saying the systems.
At the end of the day, going through the lane and posterizing somebody will always be more electrifying than shooting a 40-foot jump three-pointer. Like, that's not a good shot.
So let's get into it. LeBron does that. He goes to the hole and posterizes people. You think he's more exciting to watch than Steph Curry?
Damn. But you know what? Everybody doesn't do what Steph does. Steph is a one-of-one.
They trying to though,
and that's the problem. Is you try to mimic it. It's a mimic league.
Anthony Edwards going through the hole and putting you in a rim is still as electrifying to me as Steph shooting a three, because at some point after you done shot 20 of the motherfuckers in a game, you know what I mean? But nothing
Anthony Edwards does in his career is more electrifying than Steph Curry shooting and turning around before the ball goes in.
Yeah, I mean, but nobody what he does, you cannot even duplicate that. What I'm saying is though, everybody is doing it,
and it does look bad.
It is bad.
What it looks like is bad training, and I know Mike can speak on this.
Yeah.
I remember when Rob was working out George, and me and Rob had this conversation, and he said George big contract year. Him and George just sit and took shots that were open in the NBA. So they shot corner threes, certain things. He practiced to be a role player.
Yes.
So when he did that, his percentages went up. It was his contract year. His percentages went up on the most popular shot in the NBA, the corner and what's the name, and all these things happened. They looked, and all the analytic nerds did 100%. Is looked at the numbers and was like, oh man, he's hitting this, and this, and they picked him up and he got a really good contract. So when you're training kids and they're shaking cones with no defenders out there and they doing all these stupid moves, now every kid on the court wants to do stupid moves instead of moving the ball and being more involved in the game. So I understand what you're saying as far as penetrating three and all. That's the simple part. Number one, they need to bring defense back. You can't touch people. So if you can't touch people, then it's just you want the high offensive games. That's cool. You need to bring defense back. Then you need to also make it not a copycat league. Get rid of all the analytics because they didn't do anything. Everybody they chose with the analytics never won. I don't know if you know that. Houston was a big analytics team with Daryl Morey. He did everything on analytics. Never won. Get rid of something that doesn't work. All right, that's our problem now in this generation. Instead of saying, hey, I tried it didn't work, they triple down.
Yeah, and another thing with
I'm gonna have to leave soon, so you need to talk about LeBron and Steph.
Well, I'm just showing like how every team is running the same plays.
High screen copycat.
Somewhat they are, but
most of them outside of Golden State.
I can tell you who's
outside
not.
of Golden State.
Kind of different.
Okay, and the new teams who are killing. Detroit plays very tough.
They're physical.
I'm saying from an offensive standpoint.
And they complain about how OKC is physical.
Yeah, and they inside it out.
Get calls and stuff. So.
Yeah, Houston's tough.
Defense,
yeah. I think E-May can really coach. Shout out to the coach at Michigan. Gotta leave these chicks alone. So you losing your job because E-May lost Boston, right?
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? Steve McNair.
Aaron McNair. He got killed though, didn't he?
Yeah. Same situation.
The same type thing. But okay, so I know you gotta. Yeah.
Want me to bring it up?
Go ahead.
So the other day, maybe a week ago, Melo was on his podcast. Was at 4 p.m. in Brooklyn or something?
Yeah.
And he was like, I think Steph Curry looks at it like Jordan, Kobe, then me. And he was like, why wouldn't he look at it like that? And then, of course, it was some dude there who was a super LeBron glazer. Like, I mean, why wouldn't he just? I could see him being over Kobe, which I think, again, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna use a Candace Owens quote. I don't know, but I know. I think Rich Paul and all them, they use Kobe's legacy to lift up LeBron.
Oh God.
So when anybody compares LeBron to something, out of nowhere, all these clutch people just start speaking about Kobe. It's super weird, bro. I see it all the time. But anyways, he said, I would put, Steph has to look over it. Then Paul Pierce, then on another podcast, was like, he beat LeBron 3 times, and he got a unanimous MVP in LeBron's prime, and now it's a big debate on social media. I honestly think this is Steph Curry was the best player in that era. And I don't also think, this is a hot take, I don't think LeBron has an era. I don't think he was ever the best player of the decade. I don't think he's on the decade.
You know what? I don't even have nothing.
But is Steph over LeBron is the whole thing. I think he is.
I wouldn't put that's a hard one. That's a hard one because LeBron has impacted the league
Negatively.
Nobody's been in the shape that this dude is. He showed the standard of what can happen when you keep your body in shape. That's how he's lasted all these years.
Okay, so I hear
that's
you.
just one aspect of it, but I'm just.
I hear you, but
yeah.
honestly,
and you just had this conversation,
yeah.
right? When it came to his shoes.
When you think of work ethic, who you think, LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe.
Okay, Kobe had massive injuries. LeBron is the only player in NBA history for 22 years that's never really been hurt. Right. He's had like BS stuff like hamstring or whatever. Yeah. No major injury. It doesn't look like he's in shape. It looks like he's cheating.
Yeah. I didn't say that.
I did. I just want you to know. But tell me how. Okay, so here's what we can do. We could do an exercise. In the 80s, because Mike's here, whose era was the 80s? 80 to 90.
Oh, that's Magic.
And who?
Like Magic and Bird.
Okay. 90 to 2000.
Jordan.
2000, 2010.
Well, hold on. We got to go back because Isaiah
won the 88, 89.
Yeah.
90s is all Jordan.
Yeah, all Jordan. Yeah.
Okay. Now, 2000, 2010.
Kobe. Shaq.
Kobe and
Shaq.
No.
I damn it just say Kobe.
Kobe.
He won that last championship, 2010?
2010.
Yeah.
It's Kobe. Because Duncan won his fifth in 2014.
Then he kind of over.
But when did LeBron get his first one at Miami? When did he get his first one?
In the 2010s. 2010 to 2020.
Okay.
So that could be LeBron's era.
That could be LeBron.
Yeah. But then in that era, you got Golden State with.
He was a problem.
Got they 3 in that time period.
And who did they beat?
They beat Cleveland.
They
beat LeBron.
And in that era, who got the unanimous MVP?
Steph.
Also, who got the best record ever in NBA history?
Steph.
Who got the best playoff record in NBA history? Who got the most watched games in that era?
That I don't know.
Listen, the only reason LeBron beats Steph in jersey sales sometimes is because he keeps changing his number in teams.
Yeah.
So now let's look at.
Which is kind of wild when you put in perspective what you're doing, because even when you blend the 80s and 90s, the beauty of it was like Jordan was the Bulls, Bird was Boston, Magic was the Lakers. Mm-hmm. Curry actually is following that same.
He's following what we thought was the best.
Like staying with your team up and down. When people, having dudes come to your team, not you go to their team. I think that's even bigger. And then
LeBron don't have a home.
Yeah,
so if LeBron's the best player of this era in 2008 in the Olympics, who took the big shot?
Which one? You might have won. Kobe was there when Steph was.
2008.
That was Kobe.
That was the redeem team.
Yeah.
And we watched the documentary and they was like, man, Kobe changed the whole era, right? Yeah. So we said 2000, 2010 was Kobe. Now you look at the USA team 2 years ago when we was down in Serbia. Who showed up? Curry. Steph. And the best shot, probably in Olympics history, and the best celly of like this picture think of it. Let's just paint that picture. We're in the Olympics. Yeah. It's in France. France has the #1 rookie who's supposed to be the best player ever. They're in the championship game. They got like 8 or 9 players in the NBA. Let's paint the picture. You're in enemy territory. You're losing. Everybody's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And then you hit a shot in the middle of this is the ultimate March Madness tournament. You hit a shot And the whole arena should be quiet, but they're cheering. You got Melo going crazy, Cayenne on the sideline, Draymond in the crowd, and Steph hit him with the night-night.
Yeah.
What are you gonna remember in 20 years? You gonna remember this?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna remember this?
Has LeBron ever dominated in Olympics? I'm just asking. I don't know.
No, he's lost a lot though.
No.
No.
And one thing about the LeBron situation is crazy because when they bring him up, they bring up all this analytics. I actually watched the games. LeBron, I didn't lost my train of thought. LeBron was he's lost four times in the finals, right?
Six
times in the finals. Yeah, he's lost as much as Jordan has won.
Yeah.
When did we start promoting and celebrating failures?
I will tell you. You want to know? It's before in social media era. I hate that the fact that they be like, man, if Jordan played in the social media era, he wouldn't be. But what we learned in the social media era, because we all knew to it, it just happened.
Right. Is
that LeBron and Clutch, I don't even think they learned it. Again, I don't think they're smart, but I think they got the information that we can control our own narrative now.
That's what it comes
down to. Yeah. So now you got Nike. So is Setsy Red a good rapper to you?
No.
When I first heard her song, I remember everybody rejecting it. No, this is whack. Crazy. Don't put it out. But if I play it enough, it becomes a hit. Right? Yep. So LeBron, this is in my book, Power Perception, coming down that chair. LeBron has never had a career. He's had a campaign like a president since he's been in there. So when he first came in, they gave him $90 million, and he was the chosen one. That's his slogan. That was the slogan. Then he ran on the most scrutinized athlete alive. Therefore, you can't critique him. What's the other group you can't critique? You become anti-something. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, right? You can't critique him. And then what else did they do? Every time LeBron was in the league, from the maturation of him being in the league, he's always had an opponent to go against. And what I mean by that is, like a presidency or presidential campaign, Trump went against Kamala, right? He gets in the league, LeBron versus Melo. Melo should have won Rookie of the Year. Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right. Then what do they do in campaigns? They smear the opponent. Melo don't pass. Melo don't play winning basketball. Melo don't know how to, he's a gun. He don't do nothing else. Okay, cool. Melo won a championship at Syracuse.
Right.
Melo went to Oak Hill. He knows how to win. He's just not a point forward like LeBron. Oh, he don't get assists like LeBron. Well, he had more rebounds and points in his rookie year. Should have won. But once they passed and smeared Carmelo, that's why Carmelo couldn't stay in the league at the end, because his name was smeared. Just like, do you notice in all the banana boat gets kicked out the league except LeBron? Everybody. What happened with just CP3? What happened with Melo? Where's D-Wade? And D-Wade got a lot of stuff because he sold his soul to turn his son into a girl. So we can talk about a lot of stuff if you want to talk about it. But after Melo, it was Kobe.
Yeah. I just got a question. Would you like for this podcast to be
It's going to happen, man. Listen, I watch a lot of conservative podcasts. You can say whatever you want to say right now.
Would you like for this
as
podcast
long as you don't say
to at least make it to 10 episodes?
After Melo, it was Kobe. And they smeared Kobe.
Yeah.
Right? And then think about when LeBron got drafted. He got drafted in 2003, right? Kobe signed that deal in 2002 with Nike, right? Mm-hmm. Then that summer, rape charge.
Yeah.
Now Nike goes full in on LeBron. Now you disrespect Kobe. You start throwing shots. He's a gun. He don't do this. He don't do that. Yeah. So you disrespect Kobe. You smear Kobe. But then Nike had a great campaign because we give it a couple years after the rape. Let's give it a little time. And then we start pushing Kobe up again, right? You give Kobe, then you had the puppets. Kobe versus LeBron. Have you seen my championship rings? They're just as delicious as these chocolate chip cookies. You remember these commercials? You got that. It's Kobe. Now, you smear Kobe enough. I don't need Kobe no more. Then it became KD. Oh, LeBron versus KD. And then out of nowhere, here comes this light-skinned man, like Iman Shumpert said. And now it's LeBron, Steph, LeBron, Steph, LeBron, Steph, LeBron, Steph. He's never just stood on LeBron and LeBron's name. He utilizes everybody to lift his name, and he downs them. So this is why his fans act that way. Yep. Everything that they say is a critique, and then if you flip it on them, it's like, wait, what like, well, the numbers mean more than anything. Yep. And you be like, he can average a triple-double if you want to. You be like, oh, he doesn't. And Kobe has rings. Oh, but he ain't average a triple-double then. Westbrook's averaged triple-double 4 seasons in a row. And he just stat pad. No, I mean, he ain't got rings. Now you just changing arguments. LeBron built a career on controlling narratives and changing arguments and changing the rules to fit him. Now it's who has the most points is the greatest of all time. He's not even the best scorer of all time. He just has the most points. Jordan has 10 scoring titles, bro. That will never be broke either. Yeah. So then 2010 to 2020 is supposed to be between Steph and LeBron. 2020 now is Joker. I don't think he's had an era, bro. And so when we look at this, I'm not saying he's not a top 5 player of all time. By far, 22, 23 years in the league, consistent 27, 77. I'm not saying he's not a killer. I'm not saying he ain't got 4 championships. I'm saying his legacy is it's not overrated, but it's pushed to the point of a Setsy Red record.
Damn. All right. With that being said, Hip Hop and Hoops, Fly on the Wall Studios. Before we always close out, I always at least like to leave the people with something. So, Mike, do you have anything that you would like to tell the people about NIL, or just what word would you have for the kids? Anything?
I don't really have a whole lot. Just the main thing is just as you're going through this process, make sure you just build a team of people that you can trust. It's all about trust. It's all about relationships. Like bringing in random people after the process is generated can always cause problems when they have a hidden agenda. So the more you surround your kid with positive people, influential people, like I said, social media is a tool. So you can always look people up on Facebook, Twitter, and see what they're about. But that's the main thing. The main thing is trust, and continue to educate your kids and understand the mental health dynamics is very, very big for these kids nowadays. It's very big.
Hey, Jay.
Hip Hop and Hoops coming to you strong next year.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I don't really have much. I got rapping and all that stuff. I like what he said about get your tribe together. That's what I just had that conversation with my friend. It's like you need to understand your tribe. The idea of mental health is a good topic too. I wish you could come back here and we could talk about it.
You can.
Because
it's critical.
It's critical, but I also think it's very scam worthy. I think it's a lot of things that we were built and taught as kids that was tough, that wasn't labeled as mental health. And now they have pushed that stuff out. Like men, it's easier for a man to sit and watch and hover over his son and let him fail. And then be there and catch him when he falls. But now we don't even let him fail. Like we try to step in and try to help him as much as possible. So as far as mental health, I mean, like I said, I'm a counselor. I would love to sit down, and I know I have time now, but I would love to sit down, like really like dig into that topic, because I think it's essential, and I think they need, like you said, good people, family, relationships, and I think that'll help, because these children, it's four. It's in my book too. It's 4 pillars. They're in the information overload. You can't have this much information for anybody. So if you look at 2020, we told them the air kills them, right, and it makes everybody sick, COVID. Then we told them they could be any gender they wanted. So we start giving them all these crazy drugs. Then we told them climate change was going to kill them in 12 years. And then we told them, what did I say? Climate change, AI's here. Yeah. So we're losing all our jobs. So now if I'm a kid that's 10 in 12 years, they telling me the world's going to end, I'm going to be 22. You're mentally killed people by telling them they could be any gender and making everything about chaos. You have AI, and then you have this. At the end of the day, what do you expect kids to do but wild out?
And one of the things that and I don't know anybody's spiritual beliefs, and that's their business, but that's one of the things that I think was left out. People at least had some type of spiritual connection to something. Right, these kids are pulling from nothing because they don't even believe in God. I've heard a lot of these youth do not even think anything exists. I blame
the Hotep community and all that. Every time you talk to somebody who's a Christian, oh man, you following white Jesus? You a lame. Like you can't even say anything about religion or anything without people trying to kill you and utilize your skin color and stuff like that.
My last word to people is, everybody knows the end of the year, so everybody's talking about what they're gonna do in 2026, and I'm not doing this and doing that. Y'all say the same shit every year. My thing is, whatever you got planned to do in 2026, you don't have to wait till January. You can start right now. If you don't want to deal with certain people in 2026, don't deal with them tomorrow. Hell, don't deal with them today. Yeah. Cut that line right now. Whatever goal you have that you want to achieve, start today. If you want to start losing weight, get better in health, start today. If you want to be better financially, start today. If you want to be better spiritually and you want to get back into the Word of God or Quran or whatever it is that you have, that your belief system is, start today. If you're done being in an abusive relationship, start today. If you're tired of being at the job that you at, start today. If you want to go get a career and you want to go to school, you want to go to college, start today. Whatever it is you want to do, start today. Stop waiting, putting off till tomorrow what you can do today. Sure. Get it done today, because tomorrow ain't promised. Tomorrow's too far gone. Tomorrow's too far away. And yesterday, it's like, you start today. Start today, whatever it is that you want to do. Whatever you want to fix, start today. Just get started now.
Yes.
And going into the new year, I will say, you're going to have to make crucial, intelligent, non-emotional decisions in order for your life to have a dramatic change and shift. Get out of your feelings, get out of your emotions, and get off into some intelligence. I am tired of getting on social media, looking at the news that another man that done killed this girl all because she cheated on him. Whoop-de-doo. People get cheated on every day. Somebody's getting cheated on right now. You know what I mean?
Side chicks are forever.
People get cheated on right now.
Side chicks are forever. Don't forget that.
I'm getting tired of somebody going out and you want to have a good time and you can't have a good time because there's always some ignorant, sorry son of a bitch who in there who's got a sorry life outside of there, and you want to come and make somebody else's life miserable. Go jump off a cliff or something.
No, you can't say that.
What I'm saying is, I don't mean that in a literal sense, but what I'm saying is, stop making other people's lives miserable because you're miserable. Go handle that, and go handle that today.
Yeah, today.
Do it today.
As far as your emotions, learn them, understand them, and then learn not how to react. Actually become emotionally intelligent, which is oxymoron.
Learn how to have a conflict resolution. Everything don't have to end in gun smoke. Everything doesn't have to end off with a switch being shot at in the crowd like it happened at BP. And I mean,
what happened? Where? What? We got to go, man. Listen,
I know, but
you're right.
Yeah, what I'm just saying is, start today.
Today, I'm gonna end on this. You hearing, Kevin? Before 2025 is over, I'm gonna leave you with a comment quote. Procrastination is like masturbation. You're only fucking yourself. And let's get out of here.
Wake up, goddammit.